What's up, guys? This is Farouk from the African Fighters, UFC 273. Next weekend, Alex Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. Saturday, April 9 for the UFC Featherweight Championship fight. So on this card, we also have another title fight. So two title fights on UFC 273 pay-per-view card. We have Aljamain Sterling, the Korean Bantamweight champion, taking on the interim champion Pete Young. This is going to be the rematch. But the fight I'm focusing on here is the welterweight bout between number 2 ranked welterweight Gilbert Burns taking on number 11 ranked welterweight Khamzat Chimaev. So this is very unusual to see the number 11 fighting number 2. Normally you have to work your way up, but Khamzat Chimaev has been phenomenal, has been sensational, winning fight upon fight, knocking out his opponent in fantastic fashion. The hype is real for Khamzat Chimaev, but is he the real deal? We are yet to find out. So taking on Gilbert Burns, we're going to see if Khamzat Chimaev is the real deal. That's one of the reasons the African fighters were covering this fight as well. Another reason is because Gilbert Burns has been calling his way, fighting to get into a title picture with the champ Kamaru Usman. Has been throwing jabs at Kamaru Usman, insulting Kamaru Usman, I'll kill you, I'll do this and that to you. So another reason why we're so interested in this fight. Gilbert, if Khamzat Chimaev win this fight, he put himself back into the title, put himself back in a title position and have the title shot to face Kamaru Usman, or he's just one fight away from the title fight. The same thing for Gilbert Burns. If Gilbert Burns can win this fight, he put himself back into the title position. If you all know, he lost Kamaru Usman recently, so a victory for him will put him back into the title picture. So that is one reason we're covering this fight. So let's go into this fight. Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 273. But before that, let's go to topology to look at the stats of these fighters. So topology, Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev. I'll take a look at Gilbert Burns record. Gilbert Burns is 20-4. The Brazilian Durinho has 20 victories, 4 losses. He's currently on a 1-fight winning streak. He last fought in July at UFC 264, and he defeated Stevie Wonderboy Thompson via decision. He dominated the fight completely. He's 35 years old, currently going out of his prime. He's still very, very athletic, very, very durable, and a very, very good fighter. His background is grappling, jiu-jitsu. He is his 2015 ADDC submission wrestling champion, gold medalist. He's also the world Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion 2011. Has a phenomenal grappling career and also grappling accolades alongside. So Durinho Gilbert Burns is a fantastic grappler, top level grappler. So he's on a 1-fight winning streak against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. So I'm going to tell you notable wins for Gilbert Burns. He has notable wins. Victory over Stevie Wonderboy Thompson. He has victory over Damian Maia. Victory over former champion Tyron Woodley. He has victory over Gunnar Nelson. These are top guys in the UFC welterweight division. And 3 of these fighters are either former title challenger or former champion. Gilbert Burns himself is also a former title challenger. He lost to Kamaru Usman, and he lost that in the 3rd round via ground and pound. So Gilbert Burns is not new to title fights. He's a fantastic and a veteran of the game. He has 17 fights in the UFC. 17 fights in the UFC. So that is no joke. Almost double the fights of Khamzat Chimaev, who is 10-0. We'll get to Khamzat Chimaev soon. Let's take a look at Gilbert Burns' stats. Gilbert Burns has 6 wins by KO, 8 wins by submission, and 6 wins by decision. So combined, he has 14 finishes combined. Fantastic record, phenomenal record. You can tell from this that he's an all-rounder fighter with excellent jiu-jitsu. So let's move on to see Khamzat Chimaev, his opponent. Who is Khamzat Chimaev? Khamzat Chimaev, birth, which means the wolf. Khamzat Chimaev is 10-0, perfect record. Khamzat Chimaev is on, according to topology, 11-5 winning streak, but I'll consider that 10-5 winning streak professional record. He's 27 years old, very young fighter, 6-2. and say that's people describe him to be a very huge, big, strong man. But Chimaev is currently ranked 11 in the welterweight rankings, UFC welterweight ranking, and he has fought 4 times in the UFC. Currently, he has fought 4 times in the UFC. Has notable wins over Gerard Michaud, and also has notable win over Li Jingyang. Li Jingyang was ranked 11. Khamzat Chimaev wasn't ranked. He defeated Li Jingyang via rear naked choke and took Li Jingyang 11th spot. That is how he became 11th rank. Before this, he has notable wins over Rhys McKean and John Phillips. So he has fought 4 times in the UFC, winning all 4 fights. So let's take a look at Khamzat Chimaev stats properly. Khamzat Chimaev stats, as you can see, Khamzat Chimaev has 5 victories by KOTQ and 5 victories by submission. No decision win. So as you can see, they match up very, very well, fantastically. Khamzat Chimaev is a freestyle wrestler. That's his background. A very, very good wrestler and has won national championship in Sweden wrestling championships. So Khamzat Chimaev also fights at middleweight division. So he's a very huge fighter according to a lot of fighters. He has Russell, Jack Hermanson. He also trains with Alice Gufferson. I think that's the name. His training partner. Um, so let's take a look at their stats properly. As you can see, Gilbert Burns number 2 rank, Khamzat Chimaev number 11 rank. Gilbert Burns is 20-4. Khamzat Chimaev is 10-0. Brazil, and this Gilbert Burns from Brazil, Khamzat Chimaev from Chechnya or Sweden, and what you want to call it. Khamzat Chimaev is 6-2. Taller guy here, it's about 4 inch taller. Gilbert Burns is 5'10", 5'10", 5'10". Khamzat Chimaev is 6'2". 171 pounds, 170 pounds. The hand reach 71 inch for Gilbert Burns against on 5 inch for Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev has the longer reach. Leg reach equal 40-40 leg reach. So let's take a look at their win stats. Win by Gilbert Burns, 30% of his wins are by KOTKO. Khamzat Chimaev 67% are by KOTKO. Gilbert Burns 40% by submission. Khamzat Chimaev 33% by submission. Gilbert Burns 30% by decision. Khamzat Chimaev no decision win. Average time spent in the octagon is 11 minutes 28 seconds for Gilbert Burns. Khamzat Chimaev is 3 minutes 14 seconds average time spent in the octagon. And the reason why is that Khamzat Chimaev has not gone past 2 rounds so far in his career. He has finished all his opponents within the first 2 rounds. So the knockdown average, Khamzat Chimaev has, Gilbert Burns has 0.31 knockdown average per 15 minutes. Khamzat Chimaev has 1.16 knockdown average per 15 minutes. Significant strikes. You can see Gilbert Burns 3.12 strikes per minute. Khamzat Chimaev 8.68 strikes per minute. Wow. When it comes to significant strikes, 46% of Gilbert Burns strikes are significant. 77% strikes of Khamzat Chimaev are significant. You can see the massive difference here. When it comes to strike absorb, Gilbert Burns hits a lot of shots, takes in a lot of shots. 2.9 strikes absorb compared to 0.08 strike absorb by Khamzat Chimaev. So Khamzat Chimaev, in my opinion, has not been really tested because he dominates his opponent straight away. So they don't even get a chance to touch him or to hit him. So that's why you can see 0.08 strike absorb per minute. He's rarely touched so far in his career. When it comes to defense, Gilbert Burns with 5% defense, Khamzat Chimaev and 5% defense. So let's look at the grappling exchanges. Gilbert Burns put 2.16%, 2.16 takedown per 15 minutes. Khamzat Chimaev 4.65 takedown per 15 minutes. Takedown accuracy 36% by Gilbert Burns, 66% by Khamzat Chimaev. When it comes to takedown defense, 50% Gilbert Burns takedown defense. Khamzat Chimaev has not been taken down in his career so far. So that's fantastic. When it comes to submission average, Gilbert Burns 0.62 per 15 minutes. Khamzat Chimaev 5.81 per 50 minutes. So you can see the stats, guys. Impressive Khamzat Chimaev, and this is the reason why he's a favorite. On paper, Khamzat Chimaev is the clear favorite. He has the advantage when it comes to significant strikes, when it comes to the grappling exchanges, and when it comes to everything so far, what we've seen, he has the advantage. But one thing you need to know, he has advantage when it comes to height, hand reach. He has advantage when it comes to total height. He's 6'2". So one thing we have to note here is that Khamzat Chimaev has not fought the caliber of fighters Gilbert Burns has fought. Khamzat Chimaev is still relatively new in the game. Gilbert Burns has fought almost 3 times the number of fights Khamzat Chimaev has been in so far in his career. So Gilbert Burns is the most experienced fighter here. Gilbert Burns has been in title fights, has been in 5-round fights, has been in 3-round fights, has competed for a title once against Kamaru Usman, even almost put Kamaru Usman down in the title fight with a powerful right hand. So he has a knockout power as well. It's going to be a fantastic fight for these two fighters. So what is my prediction? I see Khamzat Chimaev coming to this fight. He's a confident fighter. I see him coming to this fight knowing it's going to be his toughest fight so far in his career. The win for him will put him in number 2 spot, and Khamzat Chimaev has all it takes to be in number 2 spot and to get that victory. But the problem is he has not been with a fighter as tough as Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns has been accused to have a suspect chin, but I can tell you Gilbert Burns also has a good chin. He takes massive shots. So Khamzat Chimaev, for me, based on stats, Khamzat Chimaev has good victory and has good submission as well. Most of his submissions are by rear naked choke and also the arc choke or anaconda choke, very similar choke. But Gilbert Burns is well known for amber choke or amber, and also very good when it comes to rear naked choke. These are the ways he finished the fight. If you realize during the fight between Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman wasn't engaging, wasn't going to the ground. But at some point in time, when he got Gilbert Burns hot, he went to the ground and finished the fight via ground and pound. Because, like I said, Gilbert Burns is a phenomenal grappler, sensational grappler. He can submit you at any time when you come into the ground, when it comes to the ground game, the grappling exchange. So I see Khamzat Chimaev winning this fight on standing via strike. He can win this fight via TKO punches or via ground and pound. That's if he doesn't get caught into Gilbert Burns' submission game. So Khamzat Chimaev can win this fight early as well as he used to. Put pressure on his opponent, take them down, slam them to the mat, and try to finish them via ground and pound, or try to put in a rear naked choke and submit Gilbert Burns early. That is his path to victory. If Khamzat Chimaev doesn't get this fight done in the first 2 rounds, it's over for him. Even the first round, if he doesn't get it done in the first round, it's over for him. As they say, Gilbert Burns has a suspect chin, so he has to go in there and put in the work and finish Gilbert Burns in round 1. Gilbert Burns has 2 ways to finish this fight. I don't see him standing and striking and trading shots with Khamzat Chimaev. I think Gilbert Burns will try to submit Khamzat Chimaev, take him to the ground, use his grappling, use his jiu-jitsu here, put Chimaev to the ground, submit him via rear naked choke, submit him via guillotine choke as well. He's very good with guillotine choke, or submit him via amber. But if he doesn't get that, Gilbert Burns can take Khamzat Chimaev to the ground, control him on the ground, and try to win the fight also via on points. So I see Gilbert Burns winning this fight in 2 fashion, via submission and via decision. Khamzat Chimaev cleared a path to victory in this fight is only via KOTQ, and you can also get a submission as well. That's if you overwhelm Gilbert Burns with his power early, take him to the ground the way he did against Li Jingyang. But I believe when it comes to the ground, I believe Gilbert Burns is better. So the clear path for Khamzat Chimaev is to win via KOTQ, via knockout. And if he doesn't get that, Gilbert Burns will finish the fight via submission or via decision, or even via knockout as well, ground and pound, TKO. So Gilbert Burns for me is the most experienced fighter. He has been in title fights. He has been in longer fights. You can tell from his average time fights. We cannot tell how good Khamzat Chimaev gas tank is. He's praised for having a good to have to be durable, has a good gas tank and all that, but he has not been in longer fights. His average octagon time, fight time is just 3 minutes. So how is he going to last in this fight? How durable is Khamzat Chimaev? We're yet to find out. And like I said, we're going to find out if Khamzat Chimaev is the real deal. The hype is real for him, but is he the real deal? Is he the next contender for the UFC welterweight title? We're going to find out. So here, guys, my final prediction: I'm going to go with Gilbert Burns via submission, specifically via armbar, or via rear naked choke, or via decision. So that is it. Khamzat Chimaev has only one chance to win via KO within the first 2 rounds. So guys, I'm with Gilbert Burns on this one. I believe he's going to derail the hype train, and I think Khamzat Chimaev will go back to the pecking order and then fight next. Maybe because of the name, he has a big name. I think I would like to see the fight with Neil Magny. Neil Magny has been calling out Khamzat Chimaev. That's if Khamzat Chimaev loses to Gilbert Burns. If Khamzat Chimaev defeats Gilbert Burns, the next opponent may just be Kobe Covington or his title fight straight away. So Khamzat Chimaev is here to prove if the hype is actually real. If he's the real deal. The hype is real, we know. Fan favorite, that's what I'm talking about the fight. If he's the real deal. So yeah guys, here you have it, the African fighters. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you like this video. Make sure to comment, like, tell us what you think in the comment section. Do you think Gilbert Burns get a finish easily? Or do you think Khamzat Chimaev is going to overwhelm Gilbert Burns with his power? So tell us what you think, tell us who you think is going to win this fight. Peace out, see you guys, bye for now. Come on, Africans!